Welcome back to Project Montero. On this video, we're going to continue to be working on the 1999 Mitsubishi Montero Sport Limited with the 3.5-liter engine. We are still trying to track down why it's not passing emissions, and my next theory is that we have an issue with the EGR valve, specifically that it's stuck open. We're still experiencing a lack of acceleration, and we have a rough idle at times that can even cause a misfire after it's been idling for a while. So let's look into the EGR valve and see what we can find. Now, I've already tried cleaning this EGR valve, and I'll show that in another video. So I sourced a mid-tier new EGR valve from rockauto.com, and I will link that in the description below. And this one came with a new metal gasket as well, so let's go ahead and swap this out. Luckily, this is one of the few parts that's actually easy to get to on this engine. It's just two 12mm bolts right on top of the EGR valve. Loosen those up, remove the vacuum line, and pull it off. And for those of you who might not know, EGR stands for exhaust gas recirculation, which is basically taking a portion of your exhaust gases and recirculating them into the intake to be mixed with fuel and combusted a second time. This helps reduce the temperature in the combustion chamber to help reduce harmful emissions like carbon dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. And if it's stuck in the open position, then too much exhaust and not enough oxygen is getting into the cylinder, which can cause poor acceleration and rough idling, which are two symptoms that we're experiencing now. So let's swap this out and see if it makes a difference. I'm just going to clean up that mating surface really quick with some brake cleaner. And then we'll reinstall the two bolts and the vacuum line with the new EGR valve. A couple of tips for the reinstall. I like to start threading the bolts with my fingers so that I know everything is lined up and I'm not cross-threading the holes. Also, since this is run off of a vacuum line, I like to inspect that vacuum line to make sure that there aren't any cracks in it. And you should apply 16 pound-feet of torque to each of these bolts to be within specification. Or if you're old like me, you just go until your wrist pops. If we get that vacuum line reconnected, that is pretty much it. This is a quick, simple repair. Unfortunately, in my case, while I did see slight improvements, this did not resolve the issue of the rough idle and the poor acceleration, so we're going to go back to the drawing board. So far, we have completely revamped the fuel injection system and the spark and ignition system, so we're going to continue to work on combustion and air to see if we can figure out what it is. If any of you viewers have any ideas for what we should try next, just leave me a comment down below, and maybe it'll show up in the next video. Until next time, this has been Project Montero.